Welcome to the I'm Such a Pisces podcast. We're two friends taking an explorative journey into all things astrology and a little woo. I'm Christine. I'm a creative, intuitive counselor and coach, and astrology enthusiast. We Pisces like to wear all the hats. You can find me on IG at The Dreamy Piscean.
And I'm Shelby. I am a licensed social worker, a big feelings person, and a light skeptic. Here to learn all the astrological things. You can find me on Twitter at Shelby Tweeting, and being a Cancer rising on Instagram at Shelby Cooking Things. Welcome to our show. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the I'm Such a Pisces podcast. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Christine.
Oh, we're doing things so differently this week. I'm like,
I know.
unsure.
So many new things. So
I
many new
know.
things.
All of a sudden, I just got camera shy. I'm like, oh no, they can see my face
people
now.
People can actually see us. Like we're
so
not just seeing each other.
Yeah. Okay. I don't hate it though. I put on makeup. I don't always look like this. And this isn't even my house. Like I'm in a different place today. That's so many different things all at one time, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
so
how's your week?
My week has been, it's weird because, I think normally when we're recording, it's later in the week. So I'm like, week has been, I'm like, okay, we're about midweek. I mean, it's just a day before, but like, I'm like, okay, we're only halfway through the week. I've been having to tell myself every day what day it is. Like, it's this day. It's this day.
Yeah,
and it's only Wednesday, so you already know, like, if you've been reminding yourself.
It's so much farther away from Friday than Thursday is. I know that's so obvious, but like it's just the emotional difference is just like, oh man, that's
the emotional difference.
Yeah. Not that's the actual logical difference, but you know.
Yes. But I mean, the week has been overall good. I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Lots of, I've told you, before we got on, lots of kind of funny conversations with kids in my school.
Always.
Dating drama. Like these are elementary school children, just to be clear.
God.
Not high school children.
So much. If only they knew, it only gets worse.
It only gets worse. Like, why do this to yourself? Don't date. Like, why are you dating each other? Like,
yeah,
just
you don't
be
have
cool.
to, but it's hard to explain
think that they're cute. It's okay to think they're cute. Why are they your ex now? Why your ex? How are you old enough to have an ex at
Christine
8?
literally just told me that a kid came in and said, yeah, I'm toxic. And it's just like, you're in 5th grade. What do you even have to be toxic about?
She said, I'm toxic. And then told me that her ex made her toxic. And I'm like, well, hold on. We're going to take accountability now. If we, if we're claiming the toxicity, then we just going to have to take accountability for how it got there. They didn't make you toxic.
We do love the self-awareness, but also
we love the self-awareness.
Be nice to yourself. And also you probably,
like,
maybe do some things differently.
Let's not claim toxicity, but
it's not good.
Maybe we have some practices that we need to change.
How about that?
Change them.
How about
Let's not just live in toxicity.
Oh, well,
conversations you didn't think you was going to be having with the elementary school children.
Right, because you just came from the high school, so that would make more sense to me, for sure. Okay. I don't want to sound old, but like, yeah, you're too young for that.
Too young for that. Now, the same girls came in my room earlier today, and at the same time they came in, literally walked through the door, and they're like asking for stuff, like, oh, you have this? Oh, can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this? Just love your aesthetic. And I'm like, well, thank you. I mean,
aesthetic, okay.
I appreciate that you love my aesthetic. But if you take it all, then I won't have the cute aesthetic, right? Like if I give you all the things.
I have to keep it
here.
No,
I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them.
Yeah.
Just ask for everything.
She's right, though.
Can I have this?
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? It's the Taurus rising.
The vibe curator.
The vibe curator. It's like, I curate this vibe for y'all to come in this room and enjoy it.
Right.
Hello?
Right.
Hello.
You can't take it home with you. Sorry.
They're just like, "Oh, I just love what you did that over there." And then later, one of the girls is like, "What inspires you to create your outfits or something?" Like, "What?" And I'm
Everybody's so
like,
creative.
almost for a second, I'm like, I didn't know if it was shade.
Like, are these
Excuse
kids
me.
trolling me?
I'm like, "Wait, is it shade or is she complimenting me?" I'm not clear on it, but it seems like all the rest of the conversation has been complimentary,
Sure.
so I'm gonna go with compliment, but, like, also I'm like, you just
I'm
really
not
never
100%
know.
sure. Are you doing some mean girl shit right now where you're like, "Oh my
Right,
god, that's the cutest skirt I've ever seen."
right. I mean, both outfit looks, I mean, it's pretty normal outfit, it's nothing over the top, it's nothing, I don't
Yeah.
look homely or nothing,
Yeah,
so,
no, you look very cute. Anyone who's watching the video of this can see,
I had a
right?
little,
She's very
profesh
cute.
look, so I'm like,
Profesh.
had my little booties on, whatever,
Yeah.
like, so I don't know.
Booties
Most of the
on,
kids,
not booties out.
listen, same girls were talking about booties jiggling, and I told Shelby, I said, "Oh, ain't
No,
no
none in
booties
here.
jiggling in Miss Croom's room,
No.
okay? There are no
Groom's
booties
room.
jiggling. Croom's room, no booties jiggling over here." Like,
Cannot handle that.
what are we talking about? Like,
No, thank
the
you.
things that they be talking about, I'm just at a loss.
Ugh,
Um, 'Cause this is
yeah,
stuff I'm used to, like, I'm not even used to my high school kids really talking in this way. Like, I mean, they talk about these things, but in
right.
different I mean, ways that maybe they have more experience with.
Yeah, ways that are not like, like I'm trying to be cool and talk about this thing, but
Right,
like I'm actually living this. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, "Sweetheart, there's so much time. Just be a child." I mean, I
Ugh.
hate being that person just being a child, but I'm like, "Man, just be a child."
It's actually
Like,
so nice.
it's so nice. Like, don't be grown
You'll
at
spend so
9.
you'll spend so much of your adult life trying to remember what your inner child needed, actually.
Mhm. Absolutely.
That's being an adult.
I'm like,
Ah,
so much of this adulthood is trash. I'm like, "Don't rush, please." I'm telling
yeah.
you from experience. We're just here
Uh,
reflecting back on, "Remember when?"
man, but I also sure don't miss that time period of life where you're just, like, trying to figure all that shit out and, like, everyone's super insecure and unsure of themselves. I don't really miss that either.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but it happened later, that's the thing.
That's
It
true.
didn't
That's
happen in
true.
elementary school.
That's true.
This is when it was
Yeah.
nice. Things
It
were,
was
like,
really, like, middle
innocent.
school where I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm aware of my body and everything about
right.
me."
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's just so, yeah. I'm like, I mean, 5th grade, I mean, when I was in 5th grade, I was in middle school, so I know that that's
Oh,
a
that's so
shift.
young for middle school to me. Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah, but, like,
Yeah.
I mean, literally, some of my, 2nd, 3rd graders will be having similar conversations, and that
Yeah.
really, kinda sends me. I'm like, "No, like,
Yeah. That's no good. We don't want
no
that.
thanks. No thanks to that." Like, "Y'all, come on now.
Yeah.
Ex?
My
Okay,
ex.
y'all liked each other, but, ex? Like, that's a strong term,
Yeah.
relationship term for a small child. My ex.
I don't disagree.
Anyway, we ranting about these kids. How was your week, Shelby?
My week was I guess it's only Wednesday, but it's been
I
busy
know.
as fuck. I just feel like I have not sat down. I literally and part of it is that my birthday is next week, so I have like different
Yeah.
things that I'm doing with different people and like but I literally have something to do every night for the next like 2 weeks and I'm just like, "Oh my
Oh,
god, it's either
wow.
derby or work training or podcasting or I have a social plan," and I'm just like I can already feel myself being tired. Like I'm trying to be like, "Yes, okay, I want to do all these things," but like at the end of the week, I'm gonna just be like, "All right, can I just go to bed, please?" Like I need to be left alone.
It's very Gemini moon of you, like, to
I
have all those
know.
plans.
And
Yeah.
then my Pisces
Mhm.
sun is like, actually, cancel everything.
Yeah. Something's gonna get flaked on. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
something is gonna get flaked on.
I can already tell. I can already tell. So we'll
It's
see.
like, oof.
That's usually how it goes. I got lucky last week because last week was like that too. But then I had made plans with a friend and she was like, actually, I'm really tired. And I was like, "Oh, yes."
Yes, it was you and not me. See?
It made me
Yes.
so happy. I was like, thank you so much. I did actually need a break.
Telling you,
It's not that I don't want to do the thing. It's just it's too many people
there's
needing too
just a
many
lot of
things
things.
in
Yep.
different places.
It's a lot of different
Oh,
things.
yeah. So anyway, do we want to see what CoStar has to say about it?
Let's see what CoStar has to say.
Mhm.
I saw a preview earlier and I was like, well, I don't know
Same.
who this is to, but we'll
I know who
see.
mine is too, and it's personal.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Sure. All right. My CoStar today says love has its own compass. It chooses its north and south arbitrarily.
Oh.
Now, I will just say it's almost my birthday. I'm also like it's about that time. I'm PMSing really hard. I'm like
Mm.
about to turn 32. I'm also just like I have a lot of plans and I'm just annoyed at a lot of things right now. So the north and south, like the mood swings that were happening to me
Mm.
yesterday, kind of outrageous, honestly. Like this is like that. I think that is what this is. And today I'm like, everything's great. I feel totally fine. It's not a big deal at all. So like I am the north and south. Like it is extremely
Okay.
arbitrary.
I'm dead.
Anyway, my dues this week include strangers. Okay. Warm beverages. You have one of those, and now I really want some tea.
About to
And
make some more too.
yes, and cartwheels.
Oh,
That sounds kind of
yes.
fun,
Flipping.
right? Yes.
Flipping. We
Flip around.
flipping. Yes.
My don'ts include FOMO. Okay.
Okay.
Heard.
Mm-hmm.
Power trips.
We don't
Got
like
it.
those.
We don't like those. We
None
just
of
had a
that.
conversation about that.
Had a whole conversation about it.
And tiny purses. No tiny
Oh,
purses.
no, wait a minute. Those are very trendy these
I
days.
know. I love a tiny little purse to put all my
A little
fucks
tiny
in.
bag.
Like,
Yeah.
it's cute. Anyway.
I'm
Oh no,
dead.
I made
I
Christine laugh
just
too hard and she coughed.
all my little fucks, because there's
Yes.
not many, so
The very few.
the
Perfect
very
for a
few that I
tiny purse.
have
But not
in the
this
tiny
week.
purse.
Not
Okay.
today.
Not
All
today.
right. What is your CoStar giving today?
Okay. So today, CoStar says, you are not the only one who has been hurt.
Oh, okay. Also
I
a bit
was
of a
like, no,
read.
who are we reading though? Like me?
Okay.
Am I acting like I'm
Goddamn.
the only one?
I get it.
I didn't think so. I mean, I feel like my whole life is talking about everybody else hurt. Anyway,
Right. That is my whole thing. I'm a Pisces. We're taking in
I
everyone's
know
emotions.
everybody else's
Man,
stuff, right?
I feel like I've been doing so much of that this week and I am like, woof, I'm tired of other people's shit right now.
Just like the door is closed. Like, the door
Yeah.
is closed.
Yeah.
Okay. So my dues, water bottle.
Yes.
Yep. A lot
Hydrate.
today. Hydrating, trying to get this whatever out of my
Flush it
body.
out.
White noise.
Mm.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And house slippers. Come on,
Ooh,
house slippers. Look, let me go put my slippers on.
stay in the house.
Come
You
on,
know
house
what?
slippers.
I love that. I love that. On your break, make
Yes.
some more tea, get your house
And get my
slippers.
house slippers on.
Mwah.
I'm about to go put them on. Yes.
Perfect.
I got
Perfect.
my little fuzzy, like all the girls with the little fuzzy
Ma'am.
slippers.
They're so cute. They're so cozy. I love to be
I'm putting them
cozy.
on.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, don't. Stunt doubles.
Oh, okay.
Omissions.
Okay.
Okay, tell the whole truth. All right. And inferiority complex. Ooh,
Oh, okay. So no
none
power
of
trips for
that.
me.
Okay.
No
And
inferiority
no
complex for you.
All right.
Okay. Heard.
Heard. All right, co-star. I don't know. You're not the only one who's been heard.
My
I mean,
God.
duh, I know that.
After that read, would you like to take a break and go get your fuzzy slippers and then come back for some
Yes.
nice, cozy, relatable content?
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do it.
All right, y'all. We are back with the relatable content.
Hey.
So we're, jumping in. I want to talk a little bit now. I know this is a few weeks away, but there's a lot of conversation around this next solar eclipse, this total solar eclipse that particularly will be visible here in the United States.
Oh,
As well as other
yeah.
places, but there's a line that's going across the middle of the country.
Mhm.
And so there's a lot of talk about this eclipse.
Mhm.
Um, are you in the path of totality,
I don't
Shelby?
actually know if I am or not. I gotta look this up because I remember the one from 2017 like so vividly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in Nashville and we were definitely in it at the time. So I
Yes.
don't know. Am I in the path of totality? Solar
I almost feel
eclipse.
like if you were, you would know
I probably
because there's
people would be
usually
talking
so
about it
much,
and stuff.
yeah, like
Yeah.
glasses. People are already getting their glasses and
Yeah, yeah.
doing
I
all the
kind of think that
things.
okay, I'm looking at the map and it looks like we're out of it. So sadly I won't
Okay.
be in it.
Yeah.
It was such a big deal last time.
And I think I think it is. I was looking at like the closest place to here, which I think is still like probably about 3 hours. I mean, not terrible.
Mhm. Oh,
Um,
you know what? It
but
looks like I used to spend a lot of
excuse
time
me.
in Cape Girardeau and it looks like it goes right through there, which is just in the very tail end of
Oh.
Missouri. So it's still like a
Mm-hmm.
6-hour drive. It's actually closer to Nashville than it is to me, but that's
Oh
funny. We could
wow.
like meet in the middle there and it'd be
Yeah.
weird. It's not
Have
really a
a
lot there.
eclipse
It's
party.
yeah. It's the biggest city on I-55 between St. Louis and Memphis, and that's about it.
Oh wow. Oh, interesting little factoid there.
There you go. I'm full
Okay.
of them. Anyway, so I'm not in the path of totality, but I'd still like to hear what the eclipse means for us.
So, well, and I don't have any like astrological
Mhm.
things today about that. I was thinking about it. I was remembering, of course, the 2017 eclipse, such a big
Mhm.
deal, especially because
Yeah.
in Nashville we were in the path of totality. So there were all kinds of parties and,
Mhm.
the city like kind of shut down so we could all experience this like event, which was really dope. So another similar eclipse. So the thing is they're calling these two eclipses the X eclipse. And
Mm.
so the 2017 eclipse and now this one in 20, if you look at the paths that they make an X over the country.
Oh, interesting.
So now I'm about to try to tell a story about something that I saw some days ago that I tried to find more information on
Okay.
and
Basically, you're about to
didn't
present
quite
us
finish.
you're presenting
Yeah,
us some fake news right now.
I'm presenting some halfway information. That's what I present.
I'll take it. Just that's the disclaimer. Don't,
This is halfway information.
yeah.
I did not complete the research, okay?
I wanna hear it. I wanna hear
Y'all
it.
know how I feel about, doing all the research, but I didn't get there.
Not
So,
this
I
week.
saw this video. I don't know if it was a reel. I mean, I guess it wasn't on TikTok because I wasn't on TikTok, but,
Mhm.
I just don't remember where I saw this video. But this girl was talking about the eclipses and how the cities that the eclipse in 2017 passed through
Mhm.
had, like, certain connections to the Bible, and then this
Okay.
eclipse, some of the cities that it's going through has, like, another connection to, like I remember Nineveh being in there, right? And then
Mhm.
there was, like she talks about a king in there. See, here's what about to get, like, halfway
Okay.
information. So,
Uh-huh.
here's the thing, the significance was there was an eclipse back in the biblical times.
Okay, alright.
Right? This
Okay.
same eclipse thing happened.
Uh-huh. Shit's about to get
It was the
biblical.
fall of one was it around, like, the fall of Babylon or something? It was something
Mhm.
like one of these
Mm.
major falls of, like, societies. It was related to one of
Ooh.
these eclipses, and so then they're talking about what does this mean for the United States? Because, of course, the
Right.
United States is often, compared to, like,
Mhm.
Babylon, like,
And we okay, if you have not listened to it, go back and listen to our episode about the United States' Pluto return.
Oh yes, yes, the Pluto return episode. We're still in it, y'all.
We're
Through this
still
year, through part of
yeah.
this year, we're still in it.
Okay, so maybe some
Doesn't
shit
bode
is
well
about
for
to
the,
get,
because
weird.
at the
We
election.
are okay, I've
That's
had and I guess, like, I've had to tap back into what's happening in the world again just because there's a lot of, like, bad shit going on.
There's a lot of bad
Um,
shit happening.
yeah, and the US is in an election year where two people who very clearly are struggling with dementia are our only options right now, one of which is clearly a felon. Well, honestly, probably
Mm-hmm.
both. Let's face it. Like there's no good
Okay.
options right now. Like,
No good
oh
options.
man. So you know what? I would not be surprised if it was about time for this shit to burn down. So we'll see what happens. I love the lore though. Was there more to it?
Well, of course, I mean, if I
It
had
goes
all
to
the
all the way to
information,
the
we'd have more. But
top. That's
because I
okay.
didn't finish, and I was like, man, I know I should have saved the video. I'm gonna find it though. Maybe
I
I'll
like the
find it and post it so you
concept.
all can see. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I was like, oh, mm,
Something to
well,
ponder on for sure.
I mean, we
Something
got it coming.
to continue
Like
to research, perhaps.
definitely. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so I did try to start researching it again. And there is like if you look up this X eclipse and
Mhm.
like biblical meanings, like there is a lot that pops up in Google. So like apparently this is not old news. Like this is
Christine's
or I'm
not
sorry, this isn't new
saying
news.
to go, do some research into this conspiracy theory, but she's not saying that either. So
And just
just
see what
see.
it's talking about and
It
like,
might not hurt to be
interesting.
prepared.
It's never bad to be prepared.
Mm. Well, I guess it's good to know. It's good to know.
Yep.
April 8th could be the day.
April 8th. Well, now, and that doesn't mean, it's a dog, but that's,
Sure. After
that's
that
the eclipse.
happens. Yeah, don't be surprised. Well, on that same note, not exactly on that same note at all, but I do have something kind of dark and a little bit demented to think about. So I was just telling Christine before we started recording that I watched this movie last night, and I was like, I have to talk about this on
Oh,
the
yeah.
podcast because it's such an interesting concept to me. I guess I just gotta say, this was just like a random pick on HBO. The movie was weird, and I still am processing it. I do not think that I actually liked it, so I can't say that I recommend it. But I'm still
Mhm.
here to give you the concept. I'm
Okay.
really I think it was last week or the week before I talked about Interstellar. So I'm really on
Yes.
my like weird space vibes right now in as far as my movie choices. So I watched this movie. It's called High Life. And it has Robert Pattinson in it. And that's like he's on the cover. The concept was it's Robert Pattinson and his infant daughter on a spaceship by themselves. He's like raising his daughter on a weird spaceship. But then
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, okay, this sounds interesting." Like maybe they're, sounds like a similar story. We'll get some weird space stuff. We'll get some,
Mhm.
familial relationships, whatever. And then I realized it was an A24 film. And
Oh, there's the twist
okay,
coming. There's something
I'm
coming in that.
I'm glad
Mhm.
that you knew immediately what that means because that's
Mhm.
Midsommar. That's like all the A24
Mhm.
films
Mhm.
weird, right?
Yep.
Most of the time I'm into it though.
I
Okay,
like
so
them.
right.
There's definitely something else coming.
Yeah. So basically, you get all these flashbacks and you understand like what the ship that they're on is. Essentially, there's like 8 people basically, and all of them are on death row on Earth. And so they volunteered instead of just like dying on death row, they all volunteered to be sent into space and like basically donate themselves to science.
Oh,
So
interesting.
just that as a concept is very Black Mirror to me. Like,
Very Black Mirror.
how do we feel about that? What are we thinking?
Yeah.
Like, so many ethical issues presented here.
Mhm.
Not to mention the dynamics of all these different people on this ship, right? So that
Now, how did the child get there? Look, okay, look, how did the baby get there?
just wait. I'm gonna tell you why it gets so fucking weird. So that's we're not even at the weird part yet.
Oh gosh.
And I won't spoil it in case you ever want to see it or if any of the listeners ever want to see it. Again, I cannot say that I necessarily recommend it, but it's a mind fuck of a movie.
Mm.
Um, so basically, everyone on there is on death row, but that includes the pilot, and then the person who's kind of generally in charge is a doctor. And so the doctor is also on death row for a separate incident, but she's sort of running the show. which in all of it seems like a little bit impossible. But she is obsessed with like experimenting on everyone and doing like research on reproduction in space. And so you can imagine where this goes, right? There's like basically she's taking everyone's fluids, she's like putting them together, like trying to make reproduction happen in space. And there's like everybody's got all these different levels of radiation, they're all testing different things.
Mhm.
All this weird shit is happening. Also, again, it's an A24 film, so like it's weird, right? There's
Mhm.
literally like there's something that they call the fuck box, which is literally just a box that is like a masturbation simulator. There's this like this scene that goes on for like so long with one of them using it. It's just so like I immediately was like, I signed up for Robert Pattinson is somebody's dad in space, and this is so much more.
So much more than I asked for.
Yeah. Literally, like and there was like, it's an intriguing film. There's also
Uh-huh.
several sexual assault scenes, so like do not watch it if you are not prepared for that. Like I cannot
Okay.
say I
Mhm.
recommend this movie at all, but I just had to get it out and talk about it somewhere.
It's like I just need to talk about it.
I just need to talk about it. But then in the end it is like the end of the movie is like very sweet and like it kind of like the last 2 minutes of the movie made it a better film, but there were so many moments where I was like, I think I'm going to turn this off. I think I'm going to turn this off, but I couldn't. I couldn't look away. So,
It's one of those. Okay, I just can't stop watching it. I
I
want to,
just
but I
get
can't stop.
yeah, and then randomly it's like somewhere where it's like right after it is so extremely weird. Andre 3000 is in the movie and you're like, where did he come from? And he's like really pleasant in the movie. He's like one of the best characters, like the
Of
redeemable
course.
characters, of course. And so I'm like, oh, what? Okay, well maybe I will keep watching it. Like
Right.
something
Well, yeah,
happens that
once
makes you
he
go,
shows up, like, "Hey, is he gonna come
okay,
back?"
okay, I guess I'll keep watching for a little while. And then something
Mhm.
horrible happens and you're like, oh,
Be like, "I don't
maybe
think
not.
so."
So it's a roller coaster of emotions for sure. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
sounds like it.
This
Sounds like it. So, and then I still have more questions, like,
oh yeah.
okay, so now when you picked up on the movie, it was just the man and the baby.
Yes. Yes, but they do all these flashback scenes.
So all the other people, are they already dead now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
we're getting
sorry,
into
I'm asking. Sorry,
spoilers. Yeah.
spoiler. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm
But
sorry.
no,
Because I
you
was
see
like, okay, now
that.
what happened?
Truly,
Now
it's
what
not really a
happens to the
spoiler
baby?
because you
Because
see
she didn't ask for
everyone.
this.
She didn't
Everybody
ask
else
for
is
this.
in death row, on death row,
Yeah.
but the baby,
The
what's she
baby
supposed to
just
do?
yeah, she just got there, right? And like us again, not really a spoiler because you see in the first like 5 minutes of the film that everybody on the ship is dead except for Robert Pattinson and his daughter. But like, yeah, yeah, you get to kind of see more about like things are okay for her in the end, but it's also just like I did not ask to be born in space. Like, excuse me, I would be so upset with my family,
Like, yeah,
right?
okay, all right, yeah. Because I'm like, what? Okay, now what's going on with the child? Like,
Right,
everybody on death row. What? The baby just out here? Okay,
right. Yep.
okay,
It
okay.
ends up, like I said, the last 2 minutes of the movie really redeem it as a whole,
The
but, like,
last two. Now, if you can't get to the last 2 minutes,
it's
you
worth
never
it.
know that it was worth it.
But
You
woof,
will never find out.
it was just an insane movie-going experience or movie-seeing
Wow.
experience. I think I'm on a
Yeah.
little film kick. I also went and saw Dune, the part 2 of Dune in the theaters because
Okay.
I'm a big fucking nerd and I read the book. So I'm just
I
like,
understand.
you know, did they
I
get it
read
right?
Hunger Games and saw those movies.
Yeah. This is another, like, I guess I really
Here
am
we
on a
are.
space thing because that takes place in space as well for most of it
Okay.
on a different planet.
Themes. Maybe need to look into that. Reflect on those things a
Yeah,
little bit.
it's Pisces season, and I've been watching movies like this in Pisces season, so maybe just open to some explorative ideas.
You know?
Anything goes
Thinking about traveling,
to space.
just preparing.
Where,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
you might as well be prepared for it, especially if this big X eclipse is gonna X us all out.
Now listen, I didn't say the whole
No, she
world,
didn't say
but
that. Just And
the
we could
United
leave the
States
US.
just might have a little something coming for us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hey,
Guaranteed.
it's definitely something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. So them's the vibes.
Them's the
All
vibes.
right. So I think that's it for our relatable content.
Yeah, we
Is that
have
right?
we have
Okay.
a short
Yeah.
relatable content this week because we've got I was gonna say this earlier when we were talking about our inner child and being a child, and then it's like we have the most adult topic that I could possibly think of today. I'm very proud of
We're
us.
getting heavy Capricorn energy today. Okay. It's
Get on
giving.
your
It's
shit.
giving.
We're gonna talk about astrology and finances.
Yes.
Right?
Investing in particular, just really
Yes.
out there for
Same.
me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now before we even get to the meats, don't take any advice from me. Just we're here for entertainment.
We're here. We're about to share some information today. We learning. We all learning together, okay? Because
All at
this
the
is not
same
my
time.
section of astrology. I'm like, it's not my section of, hey,
Yeah.
I have a Taurus. North, no, we grow into this. We grow. So
We're
look, we learn it.
growing.
We grow into this.
Me and my Capricorn
But,
North Node as well. Okay.
yes,
We had to talk about it.
Yeah,
Good for
so
us. Okay.
we're getting into the let's invest our dollars. We're learning how to invest with financial astrology, which we will just give you the caveat here that this should not be the only tool that you are using.
Yes.
Which I will say again later in the note, once I get into the
It's
meats.
important.
But
It's important.
also please, if you out here investing your money, please, yes, consult with
careful.
professionals
That's
and
right.
people, that
That's
know what's
right.
going on. Because we
Yes.
definitely do not.
We're learning.
We're
about to
learning.
learn
But we're
some
gonna talk about
things.
this in just a few minutes, okay? All right.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take our break and then we will come right back for our very big grown up conversation.
Yeah, the big girl meets, okay?
Big girl meets. All
Big girl
right.
meets.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. All right. So hopefully you didn't skip that last section where at the very end we said, please don't, please consult other people. we're relinquishing any responsibility for any financial decisions that you make from here forward. Okay.
Okay.
We're
Hello.
just giving you some information that we learned on the internet. So, don't come for us. I don't know enough about investing, but I am interested, intrigued by all of this to kind of see, because I know a lot of investors do use astrology. So I am very curious to see what their strategies
Yes.
are and hear a little bit about this. Again, Christine has written us a dissertation. So what do we got
I
here?
like to, get into the things. So today we're getting into, again, the financial astrology. Like I said, this is not my branch of astrology, okay? So just keep that in mind. We're just sharing some information.
Yes.
Try to be, get some good basic information here, talking about what it is and how you can use it a little bit. We'll talk about how the signs trade at the end. And we'll get you a good little round out episode, okay?
Okay.
Now, anything else? You need to call. I don't have a Linda Howe this week. I don't know whose name to call out, but
you just go to consult a professional financial advisor, perhaps. Whoever you have handy.
You on some other astrology things, but this ain't it.
Yes.
But I will say, if you understand astrology to a certain extent, I think this will make sense in a general way. Again, I mean, if you're not involved in trading, you don't know much about trading, you might want to learn some more about trading.
Right. Right.
And then how we can combine those together. So let's get into it. Okay. So I'm gonna start with this quote. Because I think people hear this a lot. But it says, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do.
Ooh, who said that?
And that was by J.P. Morgan.
Oh, like the OG capitalist.
Right?
Okay, all right. Get your money. That's how you get your money, I guess.
Okay. Astrology.
Look, a lot of
So,
people consult it. A lot of celebrities, a lot of very famous people, a lot of very rich people.
hmm and we're gonna get back into JP Morgan a little bit later, but
Ooh,
just
scandal.
lay the groundwork. JP said
That's what he said.
billionaires. Okay. So, all right. So if you want to be a billionaire, use astrology. Okay. So to understand financial astrology, you are going to need an in-depth knowledge of the zodiac houses and the traits and qualities each represent, right? So get to know your
Mhm.
houses and
Of course.
well.
Listen to this podcast if you're still on
Mm-hmm.
your on a
Mm-hmm.
journey.
Just learn your things, right? You want to know how the planets are represented in different cultures and the influence that they have. So you're gonna need to get real well versed on the
Okay.
planets and like how they, the meanings across cultures.
Mm,
You're gonna want to know the retrograde cycles, particularly
right.
Mercury and Venus. And we're gonna talk about that later,
Yes.
but
Yes.
particularly those two, and how it all applies to people, businesses, and markets. So that's the
That's
basic, right? That's all the things you're gonna need to have an in-depth knowledge of.
yeah, it sounds like you're gonna have to really know your astrology and really know your investing and combine the two. Like, you can't just be like
Yes.
a financial expert and be like, "Oh, I'm a Taurus, so I'm gonna do this." It's just like, no,
Right.
you have to have more than your basic understanding of astrology to really make this work for you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Please don't be out here being wild and foolish with your money, okay?
right.
Um,
Because
so
everybody's broke right now, so please be
okay,
careful with your money.
please. We're not encouraging any bad decisions. So now what does financial astrology tell us? So it's gonna give us the best dates to make an investment. It's gonna tell us what markets are worth exploring and when,
Mhm.
which dates and markets should be avoided,
Okay, right?
and then when to launch a new product or store.
Oh, duh, right?
So I'm like, oh, okay, well, this might be something I need to think about.
Yeah,
I might need to think about a little bit more.
right.
So here's the question many people have: is it reliable?
Of
So,
course, we wanna
um,
know.
yeah, like we know that this exists, but is it something we can actually use and count on in any
Mhm,
way? So, professional astrologers compile and compare various tools and charts to predict how a market may react in a given period. Okay, so it's professionals, right?
mhm.
Professionals in financial astrology. And so, to fully understand how to make predictions, you need an in depth knowledge again of the planetary bodies and
Mhm.
how the past predictions unfolded. So you
Okay,
need a
so you
little
gotta have the
historical
history.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. So now, while there is some debate in the financial community, everybody ain't on board with this strategy, right?
Of course not,
Um,
right.
you know, there were some major players in the field that did believe in the practice, right? So we talked about JP
Mhm.
Morgan.
Yes, Mr. Morgan.
So along with the quote we heard from him, he also had the ceiling of the library he built, the Morgan Library and Museum, painted with constellations so he could walk under his lucky stars every day.
Ah, okay, maybe he should have been the celebrity birth chart today. What was this
You
man's
know
sign?
what?
Let me look
You
that
know
up real
what?
quick.
Let's
This man
find
sounds
out.
like a
Let's
fucking
find out.
Pisces.
It's very, maybe it's, or maybe, let's see. I'm like, maybe it's
Any
Sag,
guesses?
It's
Any
giving like,
guesses?
it's giving
Sag?
Jupiter. It's giving Jupiter energy kind of, because it's like luck and
Mhm.
like giving, I don't know.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
that could be Pisces or Sag. So like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's where I'm hitting.
Let's see.
It's
I
probably
kind of
neither. It's what do you see?
so his birthday is April 17th of 18.
That's right on the cusp. Is it Aries or a Taurus?
That's what I just went to look up because I'm like, I'm thinking it's Aries, but it is, yeah, he was an Aries. Okay. You want his full chart? I'll give it to you real quick.
Yeah, let's go.
He was Sun in Aries, Moon in Virgo, Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Aries, Mars in Leo, Jupiter in Leo, Saturn in Scorpio, Uranus in Pisces, Neptune in Aquarius, Pluto in Aries, North Node in Taurus. Okay, nice. Keep that in mind. And then
Okay.
Chiron in Gemini. And then obviously we don't know the rising signs. We don't have an exact time of birth because it was 1830
Sure.
fucking 7.
Right. I was like, if we had a rising sign, that would be really sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
okay. He's a spiritual dude.
A lot of
Sounds
fire,
like.
a lot of
Yeah.
earth.
He probably stepped
Okay.
on a lot of people to make his fortune.
Hey, so many do.
But
So many do.
yeah. Anyway, that's my little JP Morgan tangent. Who else we got here?
Yes. So now, Goldman Sachs alleged that there was a direct correlation between the 1999 markets and eclipses, which is interesting. My little note, interesting as we're approaching a total solar eclipse.
Right.
So word to the eclipse season. But yeah, so direct correlation between the eclipses and the 99 markets. So things to look at.
Okay. Interesting.
In 2000, RBS published a report citing the financial effects of the moon's phases, which we will get into as well. So several financial institutions today still consider astrological data. And
Interesting.
so what's important for us to note is that financial astrology doesn't tell us how much to trade and what strategy to use. Rather, it suggests that the behavior of a market or a person.
Okay. Sure.
So it should be used alongside other scientific tools
Right.
to form a more holistic approach to
Right.
trading. Okay.
Yes.
So don't just be out here going solely on astrology, people. It's not what we
Yes.
said.
You have
We
to
didn't
know a
even
lot
say
about
that
a lot
here.
of things, okay?
You need to have all
Yes.
the different knowledge.
Right.
So don't jump out here because you know a little something about astrology, but you don't know nothing about trading. Don't be out here playing with your money. Don't
Look,
be foolish with your money,
I
y'all.
will I can acknowledge when I don't know shit about shit. Like I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to investing. So that also does not mean that
Okay.
I want a bunch of like dudes to come in my DMs and be like, "Here's what you should invest in." Like I don't
Right.
because I know
Right.
people love to do that. So this is not an invitation. I'm just
It's not an
saying what it
invitation.
is.
I'm not asking. If you're exploring financial astrology,
Mhm.
remember to check your data
Yes, of
with 2 or
course.
3 reputable. I'll say what was that word?
Reputable.
Reputable astrologers and compare it with the scientific data available on your trading platform. All right? It's
Okay.
always cross-reference.
Yes.
Cross-reference.
Got to do it. It's
Do
important.
your research, people. All right? So, I don't know why it's doesn't like me today. Hold on a second. Let me go down the page. All right. So, some of the events believed to be triggered by planetary alignments. This is interesting to me. First off, the fall of Rome.
Ooh, of course. Of course, the Roman Empire.
Yeah, we know
Yes.
we talked about the Roman Empire, right? It's a hot topic apparently on TikTok.
It is.
The Salem witch trials are also there, and the Arab Spring. All 3 of those events happened while Neptune was in Pisces. And we know, well, Neptune and Pisces get together.
Right.
Also, side note, the last few years, I guess maybe my solar return chart, but maybe also, maybe, I don't, well, I have to figure that out. In my solar return chart, Neptune and my sun have been really, hanging out together for the last few years,
Interesting.
which is very interesting, but also, seeing as the sun is in Pisces, just extra Neptune energy, is it needed? Is it really needed?
I've really been
It's like,
feeling that lately, by the way, as well.
does it make me more spiritual?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's like, what is it doing? So, okay, next event. In 1918, you had the Spanish flu. In 2009, you had the swine flu.
Mm-hmm.
Now, both of those pandemics occurred while Jupiter and Pluto were in Cancer.
And I imagine all of these things, like I'm reading through this list, like all of these things had, I mean, obviously, astrology affects big major events in history, and those major historical events like really affect whatever financial situation is happening in that society, right? So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
got to keep those things in mind. Like everything's kind of related in those ways.
So when we talk about those markets,
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about these events and those events, how the events affect the markets,
Right.
absolutely. So in 2020, of course, the 2020 pandemic, the COVID-19, Jupiter and Pluto were in Capricorn at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the 2008 financial crash, where Pluto was again still in Capricorn at that time.
Oh,
so,
because Pluto brings that destruction. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And so the belief is that Jupiter is the ruler of the skies, right? And so Pluto is the ruler of the underworld and all things hidden. So when the two meet, it's essentially heaven and hell colliding, causing all sorts of chaos.
Interesting.
Yes. So Pluto is, of course, believed to be the planet of rebirth and transformation. So when it enters a sign, it's going to tear down old structures, create chaos, but also pave the way for a new system, right? It's always room for newness after this. I mean, it's all gone. What else can you do but rebuild, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's Pluto. So, during the 2008 financial crisis, Pluto entered Capricorn. And so that's where you see that beginning, those things being torn down. So, Capricorn is the sign of banks, the economy, and the government. Okay, the government. And so then
boring.
Pluto, right? Pluto was in Capricorn at the start of the American Revolution.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's a big come around.
So, I just said, we told you, we keep trying to warn you, Pluto's a problem. We're gonna talk about it in an upcoming episode as well in a couple weeks.
Oh, I can't wait.
But fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find it. You don't want to fuck around and find out with Pluto.
Don't want to,
because you will, and you won't like what you find.
You will not like what you find.
Oh,
yikes!
Yeah.
Yikes!
Remember, we just talked about that Pluto return too. Who knows? Things are coming up. They're not looking
over.
good.
Like, it's not too late for me to get on down to Mexico.
Look, you better get your ass back to Belize.
Listen,
you fit in very
with
well
the
there.
Quickness,
they
with
loved
the
you.
Quickness, they really did.
Go, and
they
then
really
I can come visit, and it'll be great. I'll be in Costa Rica.
Yes,
we'll meet somewhere in the middle. We'll have a great time.
Okay, like that's what we're doing. So, okay, let's get into
how does it work?
the financial astrology. How are we getting with it? How are we working it?
How are we working it? Tell me what to do.
How are we working it? So, using financial astrology basics for success, know that the moon is the most basic timing tool. Now, remember, we talked about those moon phases, right? Very important.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about several moon things here.
And
all right.
That
so
affects emotions in a big way, right?
The moon affects everything, clearly, right?
Yeah.
We really have got to give it its due. So you'll want to buy stocks when they're at their lowest, right? And sell when the market's at its peak. Now, that's just a very general rule of thumb.
Okay.
Now, Market Watch says markets rise several annualized percentage points faster during the 14 or 15 calendar days around a new moon than they do in a similar period around the full moon.
Okay.
Type that in.
Okay. Interesting.
So that new energy, I guess. So then markets tend to perform better in the days around the new moon. While prices are going to weaken in the days around the full moon.
Because everybody's losing their shit in the full moon. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. So eclipses are also tend to be very potent, new and full moons. And so you should note the dates of eclipses. Get you an
Look,
ephemeris,
we
right?
just talked about the one coming up.
Hmm.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
April
April 8th.
8th.
We're not fucking around.
Watch yourself around April. Might be a good time, might not be a good time. Study, consult a professional. That's what we're telling you.
Yes.
But also get you an ephemeris, you get them online. So, like, you can get them online, sites like Astro.com or Astro.c. You get your tools out here.
Yeah.
So, the first cycle we're going to talk about is the lunar apoge and perigee cycle.
Okay. I've never heard
So,
these words before.
right.
I'm so intrigued.
Again, new words to me. Maybe it's apogee. We're going to go with
Apogee?
apogee. I like
Apogee.
apogee
Apogee and
better.
perigee. Oh, they just
Yeah,
sound so
yeah.
nice coming out of your mouth. Okay,
Yeah,
what
I
are
like
they
it.
though?
So, lunar perigee is when the moon is closest to the earth.
Okay.
Simply. Okay.
Easy
And then
peasy.
so lunar apogee is when the moon is at its furthest point from the earth.
Okay.
So we got that.
Sure.
So the gravitational pull of the moon varies depending on its distance from the earth. So it's not uncommon for market prices to reverse when the moon is either at or is at either of these points. So you can anticipate short-term turning points on these days.
Okay.
Now, if you're looking to get into it, there's some tables available to to help you with all this. Again, there are tools
Make
out
it easy.
there, and certainly please consult professionals. But this is the information nonetheless.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the lunar declination cycle.
Okay, and a different lunar cycle.
A different lunar cycle. So remember the moon, I'm telling you, the moon is
all over.
very, very important here.
Yes.
So at this time, visually, during this cycle,
Mhm.
the moon often appears lower and higher in the sky. And so this this cycle of that is called declination.
Okay,
So
yeah. It's declining. Maybe. Yeah, I see.
So declination also is going to affect its gravitational pull.
Mhm.
So it is not as significant as apogee and perigee,
Okay.
but you can also watch this cycle for potential market reversals. So lots of things to look at there. So when the moon's declination reaches an extreme high or low, especially if it coincides with the peak or bottom of one of the other moon cycles, you can expect shifts.
Okay.
So know when to look at that. So when you see those things start to line up, you know it's going one way or the other.
Mhm.
Hopefully it's going in the direction you want it to go. Otherwise, guess you need to get out.
Yikes.
Like sell. So now let's talk about the cycle of the North Node.
The North Node.
The North Node. We love the North Node. So the North Node cycle can be used for anticipating long-term turning points. And so long-term trends in business volume have been found to correspond with the 18.7-year cycle of the North Node. So no.
18.7 year. Interesting.
Yeah. So when the North Node transits Leo, the high point is reached. And when it transits Aquarius, the opposite, the low point occurs.
Okay.
So just a little, background information here. So from October 1998 through April 2000, the North Node was in Leo. These were the years when the internet and e-commerce entered the stock market.
Oh,
And
it changed the game.
the e-commerce giant Amazon
No.
saw its shares rise more than
That's way back when they were just selling college textbooks or whatever. Crazy.
Imagine. Now again, Bezos, a billionaire. Now we don't know that Jeff was using astrology. We don't know.
Well, we don't know. Maybe though.
Maybe. We have to see if he caught to it. So from December through August the North Node was transiting Aquarius. Excuse me. And the stock market crash occurred on September 29th, 2008. We remember that. So just an
right, of course.
example.
Yeah. I was
Mhm.
in high school when that happened.
Oh, wow. You know, 2008, I was out here trying to get me a job.
Oh,
Yeah,
terrible
after
timing. I'm so sorry, babe.
yeah,
No,
grad
thank you.
school. That was right when we got out. Or wait, no, that was when we went in. Was it when we went in or when we came out? It don't matter. People was trying to work. Like
Yeah, and
people was
not
trying to
finding
work.
jobs. Not
Mhm.
finding jobs.
It was rough out here. People were really struggling. So, approximately 9 years later, from May 20 through November 2018, when the North Node was in Leo, you almost couldn't lose money in the stock market. You
That's
just
right.
everybody was
That was a
doing
good
well,
time.
right?
That's when I bought my first house, and then things
Ah,
were great. And
things were great. It was high times, right?
yeah, it really was.
Now, toward the end of 2018, now remember this was through November 2018. So again, we were
Right.
already at the end.
Yeah, we were
But now
already
you
kind of
get
at
to
the end.
December, the end
And
of the year,
then
few gains, very few
few.
gains could be made.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just like, wow. So the North Node will once again enter Aquarius on April 28th, 2026.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, maybe
just a
that'll be
couple
my
years
time.
from now.
Maybe that'll be it for us. Maybe we'll have a good time
Hmm.
then.
Well, no. Aquarius is not the good time. Remember, Aquarius
Oh,
is not
that's
the good
right.
time.
Sorry. No.
Leo is
Yes.
the good
Sorry.
time.
That's right. My
Yes,
bad.
yes,
Yes. Oh,
yes.
well shit. Then we better okay.
Right?
I'm
It's
buying a
like
house
it's time
now.
to prepare.
I'm gonna
Yes, it's
get
time
that
to
shit
prepare.
together and oof, hope I can hang on
Yes,
to it.
yes, yes. We don't want to. Yeah, when 2026 roll around, we don't want to be trying to make any big, purchases or anything like that. We just want to chill 2026.
Right.
So that's what I'm gonna say. That's my prediction. We want to chill in 2026. That's all I can say.
Yes, please.
So let's get into a little bit of like just the transiting planet meanings, right? We're here to give you a little basic information. Again, if you want to get deep into it, go for it. Go get you some books, find you some professionals and study. All right.
Yes.
So the moon represents short-term fluctuation.
Moves very
Mercury,
quick.
right? Mercury represents speed and movement. So we're going to talk a little bit about that in a few minutes, but that'll come into play. So the market, speed, and movement. Venus is traditionally known as the lesser benefic, so that's going to represent small growth.
Okay.
Then we have Mars, also known as the minor malefic, it's competition and triggers long-term market movements.
Long term, huh? That's interesting. Okay.
Then we have Jupiter, which is known as the greater benefic,
Big old
and that
Jupiter.
relates to growth, increase, expansion, confidence, and success, but also overreaching because remember it's Jupiter, so
Ooh,
it's
right.
just a little too
No
much.
boundaries.
Sometimes
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
So, Jupiter also plays a vital role in giving positive vibrations to financial conditions. So we like Jupiter, but you just have to be mindful not to go overboard,
Right.
right? There's always potential to go overboard.
Right.
So then we have Saturn, which is known as the greater malefic. And that relates to stability, limits, low confidence, contraction, and impediments.
Even
So
more, just Daddy Saturn is Daddy Saturn in any sort of
it's just a
place, right?
drag. What?
Always a
Sad,
drag.
drab Saturn. Did you
If you
listen to
haven't
that
heard it,
episode? Come
go
on,
back and
sad
listen to
dad
it if you
Saturn.
haven't.
Just just a wet blanket. All right. So Uranus, of course, relates to vitality.
Yes.
Very on brand. And then we have Neptune relating to uncertainty and unrealistic expectations.
It's no wonder we're very Neptunian.
Just we get it honest. And then we
Can't
have
help it.
Pluto, which relates to long-term but irreversible change.
Ooh, irreversible.
So again,
Goodness, so
not
scary.
not happy to see Pluto showing up anywhere.
Mm-mm. Never.
Just never. It's just never a good time.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about just very basically the aspects, right? Nothing in depth here. So the basic aspect rule related to financial astrology says that favorable aspects through transit contacts with the benefics yield price increases. So, for example, you have Jupiter trine Venus, right? These are the benefics. So, trine again is 120 degrees
Mm-hmm.
and is a positive, is a benefic aspect, right?
Okay.
So that we see prices go up. And then on the alternative, if we would have something like Mars square Saturn, with square being in 90 degrees, um, and challenging aspects, this is going to push prices down.
Okay.
So, note when
Okay.
we see those kind of, aspects, just those very clear things, right?
Yeah.
So, the best strategy, of course, here is to refrain from investing when there are conflicting aspects because you don't know which will show up. So, look for a sure thing, y'all. Look for the
Yeah.
sure thing.
Look,
Okay.
I'm very much a safe, and I think a lot of people, it's controversial, but like even in my like retirement accounts and stuff, I'm like, give me the safest possible option. Like I don't want to be out here
Mm
making risky investments, and people will be
hmm.
like,
Mm
that's
hmm.
not how you make money, and I'm like, I'm
That's the
playing
hard,
safe though.
yeah. Yeah, it's hard because I'm not a big gambler. I'm not, yeah. So,
Yeah. No thanks.
it's not my thing. Just wanna make sure something's gonna be over there,
Exactly.
like, that's what I
When
need.
I need it.
Yes, hello? So Mercury, let's talk Mercury, another very important planet when we're talking about trading. So Mercury rules trading
Mhm.
as the Greek god of financial gain and commerce.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
interesting. Okay.
So this planet can give you a reasonably good timing forecast. So, for example, if the Sun and Mercury are conjunct, you
Mhm.
can anticipate a high volume day.
Okay. Makes
And
sense.
so these conjunctions happen about every 6 weeks.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you want to, jump out there, check out when the Sun and Mercury are conjunct.
Okay.
Um, so Mercury's daily motion is a significant market indicator. So when its speed is decreasing, the market trend is downward. When it's stationary, the market has low volume. And if
Mhm.
its speed is rapidly gaining, the market is going to gain rapidly.
Mm.
So
Okay.
those things feel like, I'm like, okay, okay, we got that. Okay. Um, so you can also use the speed of Venus in the same way when we're talking about longer term gains. So just keep
Okay.
that in mind as well. All right, now let's talk about retrogrades.
Oh, yes. Have to know about the retrogrades.
Right?
Shit goes
So
bad.
we all know, right? Retrogrades are something to look out for and watch, just in general. But definitely when we're talking about investing.
Mhm.
And remember that Mercury and Venus are pretty important planets. Venus being, that lesser benefic, but a
Yes.
benefic nonetheless, right?
Yes. Mhm.
So as we know, Mercury retrogrades 3 to 4 times a year.
So many times.
And so many times, it's just always retrograding. Venus retrogrades every 18 to 20 months, and it retrogrades for about 40 to 43 days.
Oh, it's a long
So,
time.
mhm.
Yeah.
So due to the speed factor in what the planets represent, these times can have a powerful impact on stocks and commodities.
Mhm. Makes sense.
So when the planets are retrograde, it's not a good time to invest.
Okay.
If that didn't make, if that wasn't kind of a
Right.
clear thing, we're saying it very clearly,
Yeah.
not a good time.
I feel like we've made that clear in several other episodes. You
Right.
just don't, especially like a
Just don't
Mercury
do anything.
retrograde, you don't want to
Yeah.
sign any contracts. You don't want to. put
No
anything in
investments.
writing.
Yeah,
Like,
just no big decisions. Don't
yeah,
buy big
just
purchases.
do your R's, right? Like,
Yeah.
maybe, reconsider and, like,
Reassess it.
reassess. Just
Just
really
go over it again.
be present and,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just save it,
Read it 3
right?
times.
It's a big
Yes.
decision, especially, right? If it's a big decision, wait it out.
Just wait it out. You can hold off. You can hold off a little bit.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
Mercury retrograde often clogs up the lines of clear thinking and communication. And so that's going to disrupt your ability to make and act on intelligent decisions, right? So, again, the mind is not clear. Not a good time to be talking about putting our money in places. So, now when Venus is retrograde, you want to monitor your investments. So, if you're not invested, this is the time to research and think about investing, but it's not the time to take action. So this is
Right.
just we're looking into it, right?
Yeah.
Let's get the information,
Mhm.
and when the retrograde is over, maybe make a move. Now,
Right.
granted, it's
You'll
not
feel so much
Mercury
more
retrograde.
prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with preparing.
of course not.
So now let's get into the trading styles for the
Oh, of the
signs.
different signs. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll start with Aries. So they love to be number one, right?
Of
So
course
that's why
they
we're starting
do.
with them.
Their baby.
Right. And so they often dive headfirst into situations. You know that, right? They are highly impulsive, but they usually make the correct assumptions. So, as the first sign of the zodiac, it's only natural that they lead the stock exchange. Mhm. So then we have Taurus. Now, Taurus is going to take care of their possessions,
Of
right? And
course.
have good money
Of
management.
course.
Uh-huh. But they're also good at sticking to their trading strategy.
Stubborn.
Being headstrong and dependable, Tauruses are drawn to social trading and
Mm.
platforms as they can share their advice and support others.
Okay.
So nice, Taurus. Okay, Gemini. Gemini favor binary stock options. They're very observant and intuitive, and sometimes without direction. So, as they have many interests, Gemini will probably have more than one trading account and a very diverse portfolio. Getting very,
Of
very
course
on
they do.
brand.
So many
Just, yeah.
personalities in within
Mm-hmm.
A Gemini. Like, that makes sense
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Yes. So, Cancer, they're believed to have almost psychic abilities and are
Mhm.
rarely wrong.
Okay. Okay. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
whoever wrote this list really likes cancers.
They're like cancers, uh-huh. Natural
But all right.
nurturers, yeah. And so their trading style is to bet long. It's the
Mm.
long game.
Okay.
So they prefer to keep their trades and let them develop. So this sign's trading downfall is that while they do have good instincts, they sometimes overreact to breaking news.
Yeah,
And
that makes
so this
sense.
forces them to make decisions that could cost them money in the long run.
Hmm.
It's
You
that
know,
emotionality, you know?
yeah, well, and that
Mhm.
emotionality I feel like is not something that like your typical stock market bro is gonna like see as a good sign because you are kind of
True.
reactive to things that are happening, but
Mhm.
that also says that, they're pretty intuitive about things. So that makes sense.
Mhm. Good instincts about it,
Yeah.
yep. Just gotta stabilize the emotions. Ride out that like, "Uh-oh, something's coming," like, just ride it out, just relax, relax, relax. So, Leo. So, now they prefer not to rely on others, but enjoy sharing their wisdom. Sounds very
Of course they
Leo-like,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. Look
Mhm,
at
mhm.
me.
Uh-huh. So Leos are more likely to thrive when using trading bots or signal service providers. They live for the moment and never force a trade. However, as self assured as they are, a Leo's downfall could be their desire to win. So, a trading Leo should write down their long term goals. And
Mhm.
remember, that is what counts, right?
Yeah.
It's not about winning people.
Keep
Like,
coming back to the
hello.
long-term goal, the big
Hmm.
thing.
Why are you
Yes.
doing this? Why
Right.
are you here?
Intentionality, I think.
Yes.
Important.
Yes. So Virgo.
Mhm.
You know Virgo is represented by the Virgin
Mhm.
or a goddess of agriculture.
Mhm.
So the Virgin is innocent, right? A perfectionist and can often overreact to news, though that reaction is usually correct, but still
Mm.
an overreaction.
An overreaction
Um,
nonetheless, right? It's not
an
helpful.
overreaction, yes. So the goddess is logical, practical, and systematic. So, because of their connection to the material world, Virgos are excellent commodities traders, and their need for perfection makes them sore losers. Mm, sure.
I could see
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah.
Um, Virgo traders need to let go of their need for perfection,
Yes.
accept that losses are part of the process,
Mhm.
and trust in their knowledge.
Man, that makes so much sense for every Virgo I've ever met.
Gotta be prepared to lose a little bit. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So Libra. Now, Libra is another sign that suits binary trading.
Oh, the
So,
scales, of course.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all about balance and relationships between things. They're refined and sophisticated, Venusians.
Mhm.
So a commodity such as gold or a major index would suit Libra's trading style.
Mm.
So, for a Libra to be a successful trader, they need to remember that not everything is permanent.
Of course.
So, those stocks or markets that are out of balance now will regain equilibrium again.
Okay.
So, again, it's just,
Let it
relax, people.
flow.
Let it flow. Scorpio, speaking of, well, I don't
Speaking
know,
of flow.
flowing. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're flowing or they're storming. Um,
This is my wind.
Storming Scorpios. So they are drawn to the stock market as they think they can impose their will on it.
So much there really is kind of I'm finding and maybe this is just the conversation we had earlier, but Scorpios have a lot of powered play dynamics going
Mhm.
on in their
It's
vibe.
Pluto, right?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
is Pluto all day. Power and
Totally.
control,
Yeah.
power and control. And so, yeah, so this stubbornness makes trading difficult for them. Because they just,
Mhm.
hello, you can't make it do what you do.
Sorry.
Okay. So if a Scorpio trader can take a step back and realize they can't control everything, they will soon master the art of trading and investing.
We can
That's
only
it.
hope.
That's all we got. Stop
Okay.
trying to control it. Maybe learn about how it works.
Right. Right.
Don't try to make it do what you want it to
I
do.
don't think you're gonna be able to really change it all the time,
You're
like
not gonna do it. You're
and
not
then
gonna do
if
it.
you start manipulating the market, I feel like you're getting into, like, causing major world events, and, like, that's not really
Sounds like a crime.
yeah, sounds like a crime. That's yeah, I don't think that's what we wanna do. So, Scorpio, just calm down a little bit, okay?
Relax.
Relax.
Everybody relax. It's
Speaking
hard to
of
relax when your money's involved. I understand, but
man, speaking of not being able to relax because your money is involved oh, no, we're on Sag. I was about to be like, "Are we about to be on Capricorn?" We're not, we're on Sag, so I feel like theirs is gonna
save your
be
segue.
chaotic. Yeah.
Save your segue. So now Sag, okay?
Mhm.
We know they're always chasing adventure and knowledge, and their life's goal is to expand themselves in their community.
Mm.
Now, as such, Sagittarian traders are often found on forums sharing their knowledge.
They love to share. They love
They
to be
love to share that
teachers.
knowledge.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So, when it comes to making big trades, Sagittarians need to learn to trust themselves. Okay.
Yeah,
Listen to your own advice,
I
okay?
like
Listen to
it.
your own advice.
I like it.
Yes. So now for
Now
Shelby
Capricorns.
segue.
Yes, a little
Yes,
late,
speaking
but
of people to need to relax, okay? Capricorns are suited to bear markets. They're
Mm,
ambitious, practical, and they seek the quickest way to succeed. So Capricorns are incredibly hardworking and want to make the largest trades, which they do with caution.
okay.
So, what they need to remember is that it's not all about how much you're trading to be a successful trader. They need to focus more on and enjoy the process of finding a good trade. Trust the journey, Capricorn. It's all about the journey. Enjoy
Okay.
the trade. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius likes to wait and watch. So they prefer long term trades over the chaos of short term and day trading. So they're usually intellectual and technical traders.
Of course. Very
Uh-huh.
intellectual.
Right. Very intellectual. However, a random thought that often turns into a lead that results in a quick and profitable trade often missed by the other signs.
Mm.
So
Okay. They're
about
kind of
that.
seeking out that weird shit, so I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, now Pisces, last us. Well, how are we as traders?
Oh, man.
As traders, we're intuitive and compassionate. Now, I don't know how compassion's helping us in trading, but let's see. They're not tied to any trading style or type, and as such, have a diverse portfolio and several trading accounts. Okay.
Okay.
Their instincts are second to none and drive most of their decisions. And this makes
Ooh.
it difficult for them to share their knowledge.
You know what? That makes sense because I feel like I'm doing okay, but I don't really know shit. I just do what feels right. So don't take any advice from me. It usually seems to work out.
Hey, and that's all I can tell you. I can't impart any knowledge on you. But
Right.
what I'm doing over here seems to just be working for me. And I'm just trusting myself. I'm not about to give you any advice because I don't know.
Right. But I'm
But it's
trusting
working for
me.
me.
I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me and it's working for me.
Yes,
It's
there we
working for me.
go.
That's all I got.
Okay,
And that's
well,
all I got for the meats.
I feel
So
like okay, first of all, that was great. I feel like I learned so much, and also, you know, you did it even feeling a little under the weather, which I very much appreciate. It was so
hopefully I don't
good.
sound like a frog or anything. But
No,
hey.
no. No, I feel like I just learned so much, and now I'm
Hey.
feeling renewed confidence in my, investing strategy, which is basically not a strategy at all, but that is what Pisces kinda do, and it works for
Hey.
them.
And it
So,
works.
feel
So
okay
I
about
should just
that.
get out here and start just feeling into some investments. Is that what we're saying?
Yes,
I
yes,
don't
there you
know. I
go.
don't know. All right. Well,
Well,
do we want to take a little break here and come back for the end of the
yes,
show?
let's do it.
All right. All
Alright.
right.
I'm sorry, I did not look at that outline to see whose
I
turn it was
didn't.
to go.
I
I
was
was
like, oh,
just
it's
like,
me. Like, let me.
"Imma just go. Imma go for it." I was like, "I know that's not right. I know that's not right."
Oh, good. I was like, oh wait,
Christine,
it's
what are
me.
we
I'm supposed to
doing?
go.
Yeah,
So
you go ahead.
y'all, we're here. We're here for the starter scope. So last week you got February, and this
Mhm.
week you get March. So double up. Okay,
Double up. We love
we
it.
love doubling up on yeah.
Yes.
So we're here to give you the starter scopes. Hi,
Mhm.
Leafly. So Shelby's gonna start us off with
Yes.
our Pisces, right?
Okay, we finally get a full horoscope. Yay, look at us. I'm so
We waited all
excited.
this time. Yes.
A whole year. Okay. Happy birthday, Pisces. March shines a spotlight on the sweet, fishy Pisces, marking a period of personal renewal and profound self discovery as the cosmos align in your favor. With the sun in your sign for the majority of the month, your cosmic birthday gift encourages your introspection, growth, and the embrace of your true self. The early part of the month is particularly significant as Jupiter's semi square to Neptune, your ruling planet, deepens your connection to your dreams and spiritual pursuits. Okay. Love
Here for
that.
that. Hmm.
This aspect challenges you to differentiate between illusion and intuition, urging you to trust the latter as you navigate your path. It's an ideal time for Pisces to engage in reflective practices such as meditation or journaling with mindful use of cannabis, mindful,
Hmm.
available to enhance spiritual connections and creativity. This period is about honoring your inner voice and allowing your personal truth to guide your decisions and actions. As Mars and Venus enter your sign, the focus intensifies on your personal identity and how you present yourself to the world. Venus in Pisces enhances your natural charm, making it easier to attract love, beauty, and harmony into your life. You feel more connected to your desires and able to express your affections more freely. Mars in Pisces injects a dose of courage and motivation to pursue your goals with passion and assertiveness. Okay, we love it.
Mhm.
The lunar eclipse in Libra doubles down on your relationship sector, bringing issues of balance and reciprocity to the forefront. This celestial event prompts a reevaluation of your partnerships, encouraging you to seek harmony and fairness in your connection to others. For Pisces, March is a month of embracing your individuality, pursuing your dreams with confidence, and nurturing the relationships that truly reflect your values and aspirations. That was
Yes.
a nice little
Okay.
horoscope, okay?
We love it. Yes.
Oh, okay. I love this. So your March strain, Pisces, us, is this. This is the time to lean into your whimsical tendencies. You don't have to tell me twice.
Okay.
As you navigate through the emotional ebbs and flows of March, Dream Queen is the perfect strain to keep your spirits uplifted and your mood balanced. Its dreamy, euphoric effects from a combination of the mystical blue dream and Space Queen will help
Mm.
you embrace your feelings, encouraging open conversations with your partner or close ones about any doubts or uncertainties.
Okay,
It's a
that
good
sounds
one.
nice. I
It
do
does.
know Blue Dream. I know
Blue
Blue
Dream?
Dream.
I have smoked that
Uh-huh.
before. Space Queen, I'm
Yeah.
unfamiliar, but
I don't know Space Queen, but Blue Dream. Like, I'm here. Okay. All right, I'm here for it. Dream Queen.
yeah,
It's giving. It's giving.
we like it.
Okay. So Aries.
Mhm.
All right. Hey Aries. This March is all about embracing the emotional roller coaster with a sense of humor and love. And what a better way to enhance those vibes than with trash? Don't
Okay.
worry, this heady strain is anything but. As you navigate through the highs and lows with your signature infectious laughter, trash's balanced effects can offer the perfect backdrop to every moment. With Venus influencing your connections, trash can be that bridge to deeper conversations and laughter, making every interaction memorable in a month filled with love and a bit of chaos.
I can't believe they called us drain trash.
Trash. I'm like, why do we call why? What possessed us to call it trash? It's
I'm not sure.
trash.
Look, I guess if you grew it, you get the naming rights, so
I
whatever.
want to name it trash. It'll sell real well,
Well,
probably. Just
uh,
on the name. I want
just on the
trash.
name.
Trash.
Okay, let's move on to Taurus. Taurus. As you gear up this March to overcome long-standing obstacles of self-reflection with newfound courage, let the enduring Tahoe OG be your companion. Its potently calming effects align perfectly with your need for both sociability and deep solo introspection, helping you manifest your pleasant demeanor while you navigate significant personal challenges. Embrace the transformation with Tahoe OG by your side, enhancing those moments of connection and progress with its grounding presence.
Okay.
Something to ground the grounder.
Yes. Come on. Okay. All right, Gemini. It might be time for a Sopranos rewatch.
This is speaking to my Gemini moon.
Very throwback. Okay. Gemini, as March energizes you with the strength to dive into new physical and creative ventures, Gabagool is the perfect
Gabagool.
Gabagool, the perfect strain to match your dynamic spirits.
Mhm.
Its uplifting and euphoric effects will fuel your adventurous side, encouraging you to embrace those handicrafts, sports, and home improvements with a zest that only a Gemini can. Mm. Now, let Gabagool be your muse and companion as you channel this month's boundless energy into creating unforgettable experiences and exploring the depths of your creativity.
Wow.
Almost said boundaryless. So like, no, that's us, not
That's
your
us. Yeah.
boundless.
That's definitely
Boundless.
us. All right. Cancer. All growth starts with planting a seed, crab. So start with magic beans. Okay. This hybrid strain offers the perfect blend of relaxation and inspiration to keep your spirits high and your body rested. Its soothing effects align your need for rest and recuperation, ensuring that you don't overdo it while nurturing your creative spark for those good ideas waiting to be realized.
All right. Are we getting is it the theme? Are we doing like magic or
I'm
something
unsure what the
magical?
theme is this week. It
You
seems a little
know?
random because gabagool is
Well,
not magical unless you're Italian.
you know,
The
very
guy's gabagool.
Pisces.
I don't know.
It's very Pisces. We're random. So it's just a mixed bag.
You
Maybe it's
know
a
what?
mixed bag.
Everybody gets a little of everything. Yeah, I think maybe
It's
that's what it
Neptune. We're all
is.
confused. Like, what's the theme? We got to pick up
Yes.
on a theme.
Okay, this is like a double
Every other thing has
entendre.
been clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the theme here? I'm like, is it magic? What's going on with it? I don't
Who
know.
knows?
All right, so Leo, as you ride the wave of enthusiasm this month, I'm sorry, in March, say,
Mhm.
with your trademark zeal, the gift strain stands ready to match your fiery spirit. Its soothing effects will help balance your intense energy, ensuring you remain the center of attention for all the right reasons without letting irritability take the lead.
Mhm.
Let the gift be your ally in navigating the month's duality, enhancing your natural leadership and creativity while keeping you grounded amidst envy and admiration.
Okay, my thought is I think maybe this is what every sign thinks they are. I think that's the theme because we were Space Queen or
Uh
what every
huh.
sign like maybe something like that because now I'm on to Virgo.
And I mean,
So,
Leo, the gift,
the
which
gift,
believe they
right?
are the gifts too.
Exactly.
I'm with it. Okay, I'm
It's
with
like
you.
the
Let's go with it.
embodiment of the sign, right? And whoever
Look,
wrote this just really hates Aries because they were trash. Okay, so Virgo.
ooh.
Virgo, we don't blame you for needing some R&R as you immerse yourself in learning and creativity this March. So, make time for Power Nap, the perfect strain to support your analytical endeavors and ensure your well-being amidst a busy schedule. Its relaxing effects will help you maintain the balance between your intense work ethic and the essential rest that your body needs, preventing burnout and fostering mental clarity.
You know, just Virgo, I mean,
You
just
need a
take a
power nap,
rest, but
for
just
real.
okay, a power nap if we must, power our naps, right?
Yes.
If we must, I'll take it. So, Libra,
Mhm.
with spring comes the glistening beauty of new flowers, lush greenery, and the cannabis harvest. Mm. So, Libra, as you navigate through March with your innate charm and a keen sense for balance and beauty, Glitter Bomb is the
Mm.
perfect strain to complement your journey. Its vibrant effects will enhance your social grace and a sparkle to your, I'm sorry, and add a sparkle to your interactions while looking good doing it.
Of
Of
course.
course.
Always. Okay. Maybe this might be my favorite one yet.
Oh.
Don't take it personal, Scorpio, as you seek comfort and emotional safety in this riotous March. Karma, bitch, is the strain that mirrors your depth and intensity, offering a sanctuary in times of need. Its potent effects, drawing from Hayes and OG parents, provide the emotional armor you crave, enhancing your ability to connect deeply with those close to you or find solace in your own company.
Hmm.
Karma, bitch.
Karma, bitch.
There you go.
Yeah, that's very Scorpio. Hmm. All right. Sagittarius. As you step into March with a surge of self confidence and the calendar full of social engagements, you need a companion for your singular approach to life.
Mhm.
So, think different and enjoy the strain that aligns with your expansive mindset.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, think different.
Hmm.
Its uplifting and creative effects will fuel your natural desire to explore, innovate, and connect on deeper levels with those around you. Let's think different. Enhance your journey this month, inspiring you to embrace your unique sense of humor and curiosity and think outside the box as you ponder your future.
I love it.
Now I'm feeling that for Aquarius. It
Mhm.
just feels very Aquarius, but like, okay, I'm with it. I'm with
I
it.
guess the Sag.
That does give Aquarius.
Well, but this was Sag, right?
It was Sag,
But it
but it was
also, yeah,
giving
it
the
gave
strain was
Aquarius,
giving
yeah.
me
I
Aquarius.
I
Yeah.
sometimes see similarities between the two of them, and really it's just that, like, intellectual part, I think, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, I feel like they would vibe together." So, makes
Yeah.
sense. They could be in the same smoke
Yeah.
sesh for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely could.
Alright, Capricorn. As you take the challenges of March on the chin, Capricorn, navigating through the complexities of relationships and unexpected challenges requires a little bit of dirty work. Filthy Animal is the strain that mirrors your resilience and depth. Its potent effects will provide the strength and clarity needed to confront and overcome any disappointments, encouraging you to channel your energy into creative and constructive
Okay.
outcomes.
Okay. So, right before the end, Aquarius, as you embark on a journey of knowledge and spiritual exploration this March, Black Domina is the perfect strain to accompany your intellectual and soulful quest. It's an old school indica strain that
Mm.
weaves ethereal effects from Landreth strains that enhance your natural curiosity and creativity, making it easier to absorb new information and delve into the spiritual realms you're drawn into. You're
Ooh,
drawn to.
okay, that also does sound very Aquarius, but also kind of Piscean
Yes.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe less
Just
intellectualism, but more soulful quest and spiritual realms.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We love how we feel about the spiritual realms. We like to get into those.
Exactly. And apparently you do too, because you're still listening to this podcast. So thank you for being here, getting into these spiritual realms with us today.
Get into these financial realms
Really,
too.
we were
Whew,
in some
this is
financial,
not
yeah.
we were in some different waters today, okay?
Combining the two, which I think is
Mm.
important.
Yes, yes. We gonna get back into our waters next week and the
Next
week
week.
after we go
Ooh,
really get into some
so deep. I can't
dark
wait.
waters.
Dark waters,
Hmm.
but tune in nonetheless, okay? It's good. It's gonna
Yes,
be good shit.
yes. It's good waters, but feel a little murky.
Yeah.
A little dark.
All right, Christine, I think it's about that time. Do we want to get them out of here?
Yes. So if when
When?
you're
When
ready,
you're ready,
when you're ready to come to us, okay?
please.
With your comments, your questions, your requests for readings.
Mm-hmm.
Our email address is suchapiscespod@gmail.com. And that is spelled SU at Gmail.
And as always, you can also find us at Such a Pisces Pod on all the social media platforms, all the podcasting platforms. Please share our show with a friend if you think of it. And if you haven't given us a rating already, go ahead and slide in there and do that on whatever platform you're listening on.
Slide in there, y'all.
Slide it.
Okay. Slide in them. Okay. Slide in that inbox. Slide everywhere you
It's
can
Pisces
slide.
season. It's wet.
Okay.
Okay? It's
Please. Ooh,
fishy. You're sliding. You're slipping.
we slipping and sliding. It's wet. We slipping and
That's
sliding.
right.
I don't know about being fishy though. I
No,
don't like
that's,
that term.
but we are fish-like, but not fishy. Those are different. Those feel
Yeah,
very
like
different.
fishy just
Mm-mm.
it gives like
Yeah.
but
We don't want to be
yeah, it's the
fishy.
smell that we don't like, that word and the smell connotation. So,
Yes. So before
you
we
know,
gross you out with it,
say something else. Yeah,
think of us
we're,
as
but we are slipping and sliding
yes. Think
and it's wet.
and it's wet. Yes.
Okay. But On that
On that
note,
note.
stay safe in these streets and protect your energy.
As always, seduce and scheme safely, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.